Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes, Sketchbook Warriors. We've got some simple drawings, then we're going to go more complex. And we've got the secret to drawing tonight. Actually, after all these years, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. How can I boil it down to something simple? And something simple will be coming. So I'm going to show you what that is. Let's show what we did last time. We got some pictures here. We did a landscape. We did a cat. I think we were doing fall stuff. That was October. So we did a cat and a pumpkin. And we talked a little bit about that. And this is the secret here. This is part of the secret, which is I call wrap to draw. But I've actually, I've boiled it down to something more easy, which is relationships, something I've had trouble with. But here, figuring it out now. That's we're figuring out relationships, but that's what it is. We're looking at relationships between the height and the width. That's ratios. We're looking at relationships for angles. We're looking at proportions. What are the proportions? How big something is compared to something else. And those are the relationships. And then we're looking at placement, how far something is compared to something else. That's the placement, the relationship of all those things. And seeing those relationships and learning to observe. And that's what we're here about. We're going to start simple, and then we're going to go a little more complex. We've got simple drawings. We're going to start off with a duck, and then we're going to go off to hands, faces, and fun. That's what some people asked about, doing things for fun. And here we go. So this is the duck we're going to start off with. We're going to start off with this duck and start off simple. And then we'll go a little more complex. If you have any ideas or suggestions of things that you'd like to draw, we can do that. Let me spotlight myself because I think I'm not spotlit. Let's see here. Spotlight. There we go. Oh, is that? I'm bigger now, but I'm not sure if I'm spotlit. Excuse me. Let's see. I have a new computer, which is awesome. It's really fast. It was, but now it's maybe too fast. Did I highlight myself? I don't know if I did or not. That's weird. I do see myself big on my big screen here. All right, I guess we'll just get started. All right, we'll just get started. Oh, I was gonna screenshot. Okay, let's screenshot this duck. We're not going to draw that duck. We're going to draw this duck right here, and then we'll get harder. So in the chat, if you'd like to draw something else, or whatever you'd like to draw, there's two things which is pretty cool. We've got the duck here, and we've got this duck right in here. This is the duck we're going to draw. Now, what I want you to notice is the way I talked about proportions and placement and ratios. Ratios is the height compared to the width. You can see this whole thing fits in about a square. It's probably a little bit thinner than a square if we're looking at the height and the width, which is 1 to 1 or 3 to 3. It's still 3 to 3, which is still 1 to 1 simplified. But there's just a little bit less, so you can see the whole thing, the height compared to the width. And then you've got the head. And you can see about a headspace. That's what actually I was going to do here. Let's analyze this. Let's look at this and see how big the head is compared to the body. So we've got one head right here. That's almost a circle. It's an egg shape, a little oval. There's one, and I would probably say a little bit more than a half. Oh no, it's about 1.5. So the neck is 1.5 tall. And that placement. That's the relationship of the head to the body, but that's placement. Now the relationship of the head to the body's size. We have 1 again, and 2, a little bit more than 2 on the height. And then if we look at this diagonal here, we have 1, 2, and almost 3, a little bit less than 3 on this length on that side for the duck. All right, so let's just jump in. Let's just jump in and let's just do it. Let's just do it. Do it. That's the best thing. So we're looking at relationships. And the best thing, we have relationships. We have wrap. We're looking at ratios, the height compared to the width. We're looking at angles. We're looking at proportions, placement. And none of this will work without practice. That's the other P, RA to the double P, triple P, quadruple P. Practice and patience and persistence. Those are the magic Ps that make this all work. So let's see how we're going to do this with a little bit of patience. So here we go. So we've got, let's start off with the head. I already kind of know, I can actually imagine how big the drawing is going to be. I can say it's going to fit right in here. We got some crazy shadows again. I still haven't, still working on stuff. There we go. That's better. I think it gets rid of still. We have some shadows. It's all right. Just bear with us. So we have the same height, same width. I'm going to square that in. And this is kind of simple, but I don't know. We can go more simple. We don't want to go too simple. And that's the thing, you got to find your challenge. And we have the height compared to the width. So I know it's going to fit in here somewhere. See, I can do it like a sketch it all in really lightly. And I can actually, why don't we use the squares? I'm going to break that down into thirds again because it is broken down into thirds. That kind of helps. And putting a grid on it. This is called a grid. If you want to just draw freehand, draw freehand. If you want to, it's up to you. What's important is practice. And then, if you want to practice drawing grids and doing grids, you can use a ruler. I've got a nice little ruler here, and I can measure that, but nobody got time for that. No, you can, yeah, it depends on how you do it, how much time you want to spend in it. So right in here, I would say probably half that circle, half that square here is about where that head fits in. And it's kind of a little bit to the right of that center line right in here is what I see. So like right in there, it's not a perfect circle. It's a little more of an egg shape or an oval shape because it's not, it doesn't, so there's the head. And then I did say that it was like two heads down for the a little bit less because I can already see here's the half. And then the neck comes down to here. So from here, if you got the oval, I'm drawing this neckline. I'm just actually following this picture up here. If you want to go ahead and draw it straight, I don't think I did a screenshot. Let's do a screenshot and put it in the chat. There's the chat. Here we go. And let me do a screenshot for everybody real quick. If you'd like to. Oh, it did it again. I'm on my new computer, so it's not going to let me do it. My screen is gone. So I wanted to do this. Oh, it disappears. It's okay. Well, if you can do a screenshot of it, great. If not, that's fine. Plus, it's side by side, so that's okay. All right, our next drawing will be, I can put in the chat because it's off the screen. But anyways, here we go. So we are going to go down to here. So this is the placement, how long this neck is, right? And then we have the body. Now the body in relationship to the head. Again, we're looking at relationships and we're looking at angles. So there's an angle for this body. Okay, so there's a center line. Everything is made up of shapes. And we're looking for those relationships of those shapes. I think this probably, let me see, it probably goes down a little bit lower, this angle. I'm trying to get the angle of this whole shape. Now, this is an egg shape. The body is like an egg shape. Here's the neck coming down. That looks like it's going to be the center of the neck, which is coming off on that side. And we're looking at fractions as well. It's about a quarter of the way. It's around there, maybe a third, I would say. And then you have this angle here. This is the angle of the body, and the body is about this big. I kind of did the proportions of it, but it's like an egg shape. So it's a little bit wider at the bottom and a little bit longer there. And if you are doing the squares, it kind of fits in the squares, kind of like right in there, right in there. So what's important is if your drawing comes out great, great. If it doesn't, what's important is the process. We have to praise the process. How did we do this? We're breaking it down into shapes. We're looking at relationships. And the more you practice this, the better you get, the faster you get at it. And we do start off slow and try to get it simple, but then we speed it up. So we will speed it up. We'll be drawing hands later. We'll be drawing other stuff later. Let's put this on the guy, the duck that went into the store and bought some lipstick. He said, put it on my bill. So here we go. Let's draw the bill. It's kind of like a triangle shape. There's this triangle shape. If I simplify it, it's just like this, two angles, right? That angle, two angles here. And I can see how far it goes out. But there's a little bit of a curve to it, and there's a little bit of a rounding to it. And there's a rounding to it and a curve. See, that's how it gets a little more complex. You need to learn to see the simple version and the more complex version. And there's a little bit of a curve to it. See? So I kind of drew both there. And I'll get better camera still. Yeah, we're working on, we got a new computer now. So now we got to work on our setup. But there's the bill, there's the head. Let's connect the head to the body. We've got our oval shape. I can check this because we did say that the head, well, I'm drawing it bigger than our drawing was here. Our head is about, let's see, 1, 2, and a little bit less than 3. Was that true over here? I forgot. I can check it, but it's 2 or 3. You can see those relationships. I forgot what it was. Maybe we can go back in the video and say, hey, was this much? And it's okay if it's off. It depends on how accurate you want to get, right? Sometimes you want to be accurate, and sometimes, just do the best you can. All right, so the head, the eye is a circle that's cut. So we got to learn to see these shapes, because everything's made up of shapes. And how are they constructed? How are they put together? So we've got this other eye. I would probably say the middle of this first shape that we did. It's a little bit on this left side. It's I would say it's like a circle that's kind of cut in half. It's kind of cut in half. So I'm drawing the circle. I'm just drawing it really lightly. And then the bottom, it's cut in half because of the cheek right here. The cheek is cut into that top circle. Then we've got that circle head eye that kind of goes up. All right. Again, we're looking for these relationships. And the more you practice, the more you'll progress, the more you'll get better. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress. Especially if you have a focus. And if you're focusing, okay, I'm going to work on my ratios, how the height compared to the width. I see that this circle is wider than it is taller, right? And it's learning to observe and see those relationships, right? There's like a circle, and it's underneath the eye. Would probably come down here. That's the pupil. And we've got a highlight, that little highlight in there, and that's little highlight. And I'm using a colored pencil, and I can actually go back in here with an ink and ink it in. And I'm just shading in the whole eye, just trying to leave that eye, the highlight in there on the left side a little bit. There's that highlight. There's the eye. Let's get that bill in there. Yep. And that's detail, but this part goes in and around that bill. Now, if you want to, it goes up. That's smiling duck. Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. It's a new world order here. We've got a new president, and there's a lot of people that are worried, a lot of people that are happy, a lot of people that are lots of stuff. So whatever it is, thank you for joining us. I know I brought it up, but you can forget about that now for a while. And we're here drawing is a good way to keep your mind off stuff. It's a good way to observe, and if you want to make changes, it's a good way to observe and see, hey, how can I change this? How can I make it better? Right? Things aren't perfect, but you always want to try to improve. You always want to try to, we the people make things better. And how can we make it better? So here we go. There's the head. We got to get a head. We've got the head. We got the body down here. I can already see the body and see the distance. It's the difference between a horse and a cow, right? If you do it too close, it's a cow. If the neck is long enough, it's a horse. If it's too long, then you have a giraffe, right? That's the placement. Let's get this head placed onto this body now. And we've got our center line, our axis line, and it's kind of straight up and down, but then it curves onto the body. You see, there's a little bit of a curve. It's these little nuances. So this is a medium-sized drawing, intermediate, I would say, beginner to intermediate. And this is it does taper onto the body. See how it gets wider here? I'm attaching it. I'm attaching the head to the body. There it is. And it's a mallard. Like I can see what kind of duck it is. It's a mallard. It looks like between a mallard and a swan, because this is mallards aren't really that long, I think. I think mallards are a little bit, the necks I don't think are that long. But it's all good. It's a cartoon. Some people get too caught up in wow. That's okay. We're just doing it for fun. Hey, keep it fun. All right, the head's done. The neck and the body. Let's zoom out a little bit. There's our duck. And if you can go faster, draw another duck. It's about practice. It's about knowing where your level is. If I'm too easy, you're going to get bored. If it's too hard, it's going to be frustrating. So it's up to you to take ownership of what you're doing. And there's a little neck ring right here. Little ring. Yeah, take ownership of what you're learning. If it's, teachers would always get blamed. Oh, that class was easy. Oh, that class is too hard. Those are the biggest things that you hear about a class, and about anything too. People give up if things are too hard, unless they take on the challenge. If you are taking on challenges, awesome. It's good to take on challenges. It's good to take breaks too. Learn to, navigate that. We've got this wing up here. And if it's too easy, learn to, challenge yourself. Sometimes, hey, it's we're not incentivized to challenge ourselves, which is a bad thing about schools. All right, we have this wing here. This wing, I can see how it fits in there and how it lays on there. So I just put it on there. I'm just eyeballing a lot of stuff. I usually describe the relationships and see how things fit and things. Right now, I'm kind of just going with it. We didn't know how many people we got here tonight so far. We've got quite a few. Oh, we got 5 people. That's awesome. The most we've had up to almost 50 people here. We've had lots of people sign up. A lot of times they don't show up. It's all good because we put this on the internet. We're going to be fixing all this stuff, editing. All right, here we go. This is the feathers are going to fit in this space right there. And this is a lot of detail in here. I can actually go really accurate with it, but I don't want to. That's being too much. So I can see that, and I can see the spacing. I can actually get the feel of it, so I can see the spacing of the feathers. I can see they're about there. That feels and looks about right. I can count them, and if I really wanted to get accurate, sometimes you want to decide how accurate do you want your drawings to be and shoot for that accuracy. And sometimes you just want to be loose and loosey-goosey. A loosey goose, a lucky duck, and just just give it a go. And sometimes you want to be super accurate, right? So it really depends on where you're at and make that decision. I would always shoot for accuracy, and that wasn't a good way to do it. Loosening up and doing fast things sometimes speed is better. All right, we're adding the tail here. See, you have the egg shape, and then you have the tail that kind of like swoops off the egg. See, it comes up and then swoops in this triangle shape. It's a triangle shape. It's like a moon shape. It is a triangle shape that's rounded. You have to use your imagination. And then it's split right here. There's a little splitting it. A little feather, tail feather. Shake your tail feather right here. Takes about action. Thank you for joining us. Taking action. It's half the battle. Then you have results, and then you learn from your results. You kind of look at them. Oh, I need to work on my ratios. I need to work on my angles. I need to work on my, and then you just work on it, practice, because we have rep there to help you. I'm shading already. We're almost done with this duck. Let's shade this part here. This is like I'm just shading it with this pencil, colored pencil here. And there's lights and darks and shadows, and the shading gets complex. The shading, because there's light hitting it. So it's a little bit darker on one side, or you can just shade it flat, or you can do another duck drawing, more than one. Do more than one duck. And the shadows, there's that, little core shadow on the side. Reflected light makes it more three-dimensional, the shading does. Oh, yeah, that looks good. I apologize that it's not as clear. That's my next goal, is to have a better camera here. We've got a better computer. It is like top of the line computer, but next step is the camera. All right, so let's take a look at these feet. The last thing, the feet. It's the agony of the feet here. Let's do the best we can. I can see them as triangles. If you want to keep it simple, there's these triangles that kind of come out to here and here, and I can see this triangle here. Now, what's makes it more complex is that there's a little bit of curve to the triangle. But if you want to try to see the triangle first, and there's another triangle back here. Let's see, another triangle in the back, and this one in the front, and then get the curves in. The back one is a little off. I've got this spiral thing here I'm fighting, but it's okay. It's all about the struggle. Sometimes we gotta struggle. I was talking to somebody today about about struggles and being grateful and thankful. And you really know if you're grateful is when things are going bad, and you can still be grateful, because it's easy to be grateful when things are going good, but when you're struggling and having a hard time, and can you still be grateful and look at what you're grateful for? And that really is a true test of gratitude. And the month of thanks and being grateful is November. It should be every day. But yeah, Thanksgiving, month of giving thanks here. There's the foot. There's a little bit of curves. If you can see how I curved it, then there's like one little cut in, cuts in and then cuts out, another little triangle. It's usually 3 webbed toes. And then we've got another one over here. Let's add that leg connected there. I'm gonna have to squeeze it in, and it's just back and forth, and in there, the other foot. And there's our duck. If you are ahead of me, draw the pond, draw other stuff, get creative. The only limitation is your imagination. You got to use your imagination, exercise it more than ever. Getting ideas and writing it down, because this AI stuff can really help you bring your ideas to life, and that's what drawing is. Drawing can actually capture ideas and help you get your creativity going, because we can actually make a mama duck, we can make eggs, we can, just really, your imagination is the only limitation. Here we can have some eggs. We drew some eggs up there. We can get some, there's mama duck now. Or maybe we can make a joke, Papa Duck. Like, oh, I don't know. Anyways, that's it. Let's do our next drawing. Dun, 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 dun. All right. The next drawing, I'll share my screen. And I already have it set up. But the question is, where is that? I think it's here. Oh, yeah. There it is. And I think I have it here. There we go. All right, so we're going to be drawing this. There we go. We're going to be drawing this dog, and he is Jake. Jake the dog here. We're going to draw Jake. I'm going to break it down. Actually, why don't we break it down here? I think I can zoom in. Where's my tools? Annotate here. This is my annotation tools. I should try to zoom in first, though. Ready? Let's try to zoom in. Oh, I left my door open. No, can't zoom. Is it select? Is it this one? This is our mouse. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. Yeah. Now he's off the screen. Can I move it? Select. Nope. Oh, come on. Oh, let me go back over here. See this at home. Oh, no. Let me see. Let's see if I got, here we go. That help. All right, well, we'll just do this. All right, let's annotate. Okay, so here's our annotation. Let's draw, there's, our square, rectangle. Okay, so we can see the width. There's a ratio here. So here's the width and here's the height. Here's a square, right? So it's a little bit taller than a square. Here we go. Let's move that. That's a little small, but here we go. There's a square, and I can copy and paste. I know that, copy, paste. We have 2 squares. How many people remember Foursquare? Oh, the game. That was a popular game in elementary school. Should bring it back for adults. Yeah, it's a little bit less than a square and a half. You can see it up here. There's half, a little bit less. But if you go 1.5, you're going to be really close. That's the ratio, the height to the width. You can see, and then you can see that that nose is right in there. Oh, what else? I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. Oh, let me draw a center line. The center line is going to help because I can see this eye right in here. That's going to really help get that eye in there. And let's see, maybe it's better this way. No, it's not. Okay. All right. We're just looking at relationships. Before we draw, we're looking at how it's constructed. And that's a good thing to do. Here we go. Let's draw some lines here. Where's our lines? Here we go. I think we can draw a line right down the center. Let's see, I can hold down the shift and get a straight up and down line. Wow, look at that right there. Let's select it here. Let's select this. Oh yeah. So it's a little bit past, just slightly the middle, but you can see how that fits there. And you can see the space here, right? And how it all fits. All right, that's good. Let's screenshot that and get it going. Let's draw this one. So let's look at our chat. It's right there. And then let's put this in the chat. Screenshot. Screenshot. There we go. That's it. Yes, it works here. If for some reason it doesn't let me screenshot my camera. There we go. Let's capture that. All right, now it's in the chat. All right, here we go. Let's draw this. We just broke it down. Let's get out of here. Stop the sharing. Where in the past I've also done that, where I still continued. I stopped. I still continued the sharing, but I didn't. So you see my drawing really small. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's move this out of the way. I only have one. I only have one monitor. I had two, but with this new computer, I haven't set up a second monitor to it yet, because the other monitor that I had a different connector to it. All right, we have a square. Let's start off with two squares. Let's start off with two squares, and I got, yeah, this is kind of a little more cumbersome with just one monitor. It's all good. We'll get it. We'll get it going. One of these days. Yeah, I'm hoping by next year. We still got, now we got December. We're done. One more month, December, and then hopefully January, we can start our weekly drawings again. We'll see. All right, so there's one square. We need a square and a half, so we're going to go this. If we cut this in half, we bring this up about a half. That's how much. That's how big the dog is going to be. Jake, this dog, Jake. There's our ratios. It's about, yeah, 1 by 1.5. Yeah, there we go. 1 by sorry, 2 and 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. That's what I said. Here's our 1.5. This is the 1 by 1 square, and then 1.5. All right, let's take it from there. It's good on my screen. All right. So the top half actually looks like a dome, and looks like it starts curving right in there. So we can actually cut that into a dome right in there. There's the head. It looks like a dome. We can fit that dome in there in that top third. And we can put a line down the center, our center line. That'll help. With placement and the relationships, see how everything relates. So that you see where it relates. There we have that, our little dome. We can actually even round off these corners, like we rounded off those corners. We can round off this corner down here, this corner. Now from this rectangle, we now have this like pill shape. There it is. There's the whole body. Now, a little bit above the middle is where that is. The snout. A little bit above this center line up here. That's the snout. I know the snout's going to be in there, and it's going to be on this left side. It's kind of like a three-quarter view. Three-quarter view. It's kind of facing up this way. If I were actually trying to draw the center of this dog, like down the face, down his face, it would kind of come down here, down the middle like that. His middle. That's the middle. So here we go. Let's draw the eye. Yeah. Should we draw first? Should we draw the snout? Let's draw the eyes and then the snout. The snout goes on top of the eyes. There's some overlapping, but let's draw. That's what. Ooh, that's going to be a challenge here. That's how artists create space, is by overlapping. I want to see. Let's get the placement. I want to see how high those eyes go. Those eyes don't go all the way up. I'm looking at the top of the eyes and this spacing up here. The eyes are going to be below this line, and they're going to be above this line here. So these are my eye lines, the top of the eyes and the bottom of the eyes. And I need them to line up because both of these eyes are lined up. Usually this eye is bigger in cartoons, and then this one's further. Even in real drawings, this eye is bigger and this one because of size and how artists create space. They use space pods. Pods, P-O-D-S. P is placement, as far as things that are lower are closer to you, things that are higher up are further away. So that's placement. Then we have overlapping, which is the eyes. Then we have detail, things that are closer have more detail. And then S, my favorite, size, things that are closer are bigger. Now, even at this size, see this hand and this hand that's closer is bigger and this one's smaller. So yeah, don't let that fool you. That's how artists create space. So I have the top of my line, my eye, and the bottom eye, and these two lines. So we have this line and this line. Now the eye is going to fit in here. It's a circle with a shadow in it. So that circle kind of goes in here. It does cross over a little bit, but it's like right in here. And I'm looking at the spacing here as well. So this circle right about there. I'm going to try to get it as round as you can. And go a little light because the nose goes over it. That snout goes over it. And then there's like little goggles. I don't know what they are, like goggles. That kind of, once you have that circle, this kind of goggle that kind of goes back and then goes around. So it echoes. This line is straight, and then this kind of echoes the eye. and then goes under like a bag on the eye, but it gets overlapped with that snout. So I'm just gonna do this part. And this is all dark. I'll just shade it in real quick. Not all the way. I'll just shade this real quick so you can see what I'm talking about in the eye. You know? And I'm using a colored pencil. It's all good. There's that eye. And let's get this other eye in there. This other eye goes off of the body. This overlapping. So it still has the same top right here. This line, our top guideline. There's the top. And then we've got the snout. I can see the snout in there. I kind of did a quick circle oval shape right in there. But that eye is really close to that same eye over here. Let's do it. And I can measure it here. I can, get this. Copying is okay. Getting these measurements is okay. Bringing it over. It'll be a little bit thinner down to this line. Overlapping. Notice how it overlaps this body. It goes outside. And then it goes down and around. I'm trying to fix it. There you go. There's that other eye. And then, yeah, this side you don't see that darkness, but here this darkness is up here on this top part. Yes. First, the top line is straight. Notice how it goes straight, and then it kind of echoes this they're kind of like glasses, or I don't know. There's this thickness that goes in there, and then the snout goes over this. And how does it go over? I would probably say right in the middle of this circle, right in that circle middle. That's where that kind of gets cut off. Right in there, probably on this side, it's probably a little bit lower, but the snout is going to go right in there. And yeah, you have all this stuff that needs to be erased, all this cleaning up. But that's the relationship. You can see how much it's overlapping, how much it gets cut off. You can see how much gets cut off here. You can see those, which you can't see in the picture, but you can see it here. Like these little football shapes where these two circles collide, where these two circles kind of overlap. Now I am kind of using this oval shape or this circle shape. It's really close to circle. It's probably a little bit, I don't know. It is a little bit, so it's really close to being a circle. And then inside that circle is that oval. Ooh, that oval for the nose. I would probably say it's right about there. Oh, let's look at the relationship. Oh yeah, it's above right here. I can see this eye, so it's right above that, just slightly, where the eye is, and then this oval shape right in there, right about there, right about that big. You can probably fit another oval here, another oval there. More Ovaltine, please. There's that oval shape for the nose. I'm going to shade it in just for the heck of it. And I've got a lot of lines to clean up, but it's okay. Then we've got this, it kind of comes down and around, this cheek. I believe it's a cheek. It's to help dogs capture smell, I think. So I heard once about a bulldog and other dog, a bloodhound. I think it was bloodhound. Bloodhounds have good, all dogs have really good scent. Bad eyesight. Well, their eyesight is good. It's just they don't really see color. Dogs don't really see color. Neither do bulls. So that whole red flag is a farce. All right, I'm cleaning it up already. I'm cleaning up these lines that I don't need for the overlapping. You can see the overlapping, how this snout goes over the eyes. And then you can see that there. All right. Hey, we have some person I haven't seen in a long time. I saw you sign up. That's awesome. Welcome, Lise. All right. Here we go. Let's do that mouth right here, going across a little curve. And then the teeth, there's 3 teeth in here. So the way I would do that is try to just get that center tooth. Try to get that center tooth, and the other 2 just go on the side. So if you can get that center tooth, there it is, that center tooth. And then the other 2 just go on the sides. That's a way to make it all fit. There you go. See the 3 teeth. And then the bottom of the mouth is a curved. And then there's a tongue. So you can see that. And then the tongue right in there. All right, there's that mouth. And there's no eyeballs. There's no pupils. This dog doesn't have no pupils. Pretty simple dog. And it might be a little bit wider on this side. I think I made it a little bit wider on this left side. I can try to thin it out a little bit. Hey, my granddaughter's out there. Chocolate. Chocolate milk. All right, here we go. So here's an ear. There's an ear right in here that's behind the eye, and it goes up here. See, it fits right in there, in that ear. And then we've got this other ear, which is inside the body. So the ear, this ear goes in here, right in here. It fits like the letter U. Feel free to put stuff in the chat. We're going to be drawing some things that are a little more difficult, a little faster. If you'd like to make a request for anything, find a picture, put it in the chat. If not, we'll find something and draw. I prefer, it's good to find stuff that you like to draw, that you want to draw. I mean, that's where drawing becomes fun, is because you're drawing what you want to draw, not what I'm telling you to draw. But the process is important. But when you find like, oh, I want to draw this, when you find stuff that moves you, stuff that like, oh, I'm going to draw this, I'm going to do that, and get that spark going, that's where the fun is. Some people who signed up today said, hey, I want to draw for fun, just for fun. Some people, they want to say draw faces. So we're going to draw faces, kind of have a face here. We're going to draw for fun. Somebody wants to draw hands, and somebody wants to draw figures. So I brought this, relationships. And you can see the people here and see all the relationships and drawing faces and proportions on this. Your call to adventure and your hero's journey. All right, we've got there. All right, we got the hard part. Now it's just the body, the arms and the legs. So I can see where the hand is going to be up here, in the relationship to the eye. It's right about here. It's probably out there. And then there's an angle that kind of comes down and it curves here. I don't worry about the thickness. I'm just worried about the angles and how it fits. Right in there, right in there. Then I can thicken it up. I can little bit of blowing. Get that little hand in there. Right, that's going to be there. But what's important is trying to get that placement. I can see that the arm is going to be right about here, and then it comes out, and then it goes in right about there. That's the kind of like the center line of that shape. And then I can thicken it up. And if I need to make adjustments, need to make it higher or lower, I can make those adjustments and do those adjustments on the fly. Maybe make it higher, thicker, lower, make those little adjustments just by putting that center line. And then there's the tail. Little tail, and I'm going really light with it. You can go light until it's right, and then you go darker. All right, so we got these legs, and how far are they? That's a good question. I would probably say, well, let me see, let's not guess. Yeah, I would probably say a little bit more than half of that. Yeah, it's so here, let's see. Let's see, half. Oh, here's my half. Yeah, it's a little bit more than half, just slightly more than half. So from here to here is half our square. So if we get this half square, bring it down, it's a little bit more. So it should be coming down here about a little bit half. It should be like actually rest there, and then it comes down the feet. So this half square, this square here, this from here to here, so this is a relationship. This is how it relates, right? And bring that down, and then we know that relationship in there. So the feet should come down a little bit below that half part, and they curve out. So one's coming out right about here, and the other one right about on this side. See, I'm just doing the center line. I'm looking at the center line, and that helps because it gives me wiggle room. I can go wider. I can see the thickness, how thick it goes. Where does it go? I can probably even move it over more to the left. That could be, instead of the center line, could be the right line now. This one on this leg here, and it does curve, and then it does attach like a little oval shape. And then the back part is straight. So you can see how I just built that leg and how it's connected on here. It's connected to the body, and it goes onto. Now, what's challenging about this leg is it's these parallel lines. You want to try to get the thickness and the parallel. This curves, and then this is an ongoing curve, and it's parallel. So you're more than just drawing a line. You're drawing a line, and you're looking at the shape as you draw it. You're looking at the thickness. That's the challenge. Sometimes we just we draw one line, then we draw the other line, and this is not parallel, which means the same distance all the way down. So you need to look at that. So you make sure your legs are parallel, the right thickness, so he doesn't have rubber band legs. Let's get this other leg in there. I already have this one here, and I think, am I going to move it back? Maybe a little bit, this back, and then maybe this a little forward. So there's that leg, and then I'm going light, and then I can go darker. right? Darker. Same thing with this foot. It comes down. It's kind of like resting on that half square line. It does come down. And this is like an oval attached to this back foot, this front oval or circle to this foot. And it's stuck onto the body, a little bit of a butt. Then it goes up. Then the tail. The tail has a, it is, what did I call this? I call this a curved, what did I call that? I can't recall. It's been a while. Tapered, a tapered tail. That's what it is. Because it gets smaller as it goes up, and it's got this S-shaped curl, and it tapers as it gets up. It gets small. So tapered tails. These show up in a lot of different places, like tails, for example. That's why I call it the tapered tail. And there it is, that shape. Right. And so it's like a triangle because it tapers like a triangle, but then it curves. You see this curve, like this S curve. And then you're bringing that down and then attach. So that's a tapered tail. That's what that is. And here we have that arm. Let's do, we usually work from left to right. Let's do this arm up here. There's 3 fingers. I think that's fine. I can see the arm here. I would probably do this shape first, the arm, and then the fingers, because detail kind of goes last. This finger is closer to us, so it's in front. And then these are behind a little bit. I think they are behind. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I went and saw the mural. Speaking of art, I went and saw the mural that Varga is painting for Fernando Valenzuela. Let's get to some good news. I took a picture of it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. There's the picture. Yeah, so he was actually there. He was there today. This is today. He was up there painting. You can see him up there painting. That's Varga. Oh, Vargas. Robert Vargas at the Robert Vargas. Yeah, he's got some murals in downtown. I would always see during Art Walk, the monthly Art Walk. Here's Vargas. Yeah, 2024. He's working on it. He's waving at everybody while he was up there. Almost done. Yeah, Fernando Valenzuela sadly passed away last week, and I'm sure that they were planning this before that, hoping to have it done before he passed away, and before the Dodgers probably won the World Series, the world famous Dodgers. There we go. Well, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, try to get a close up of Vargas. Where's he at? I can't see him now. All right. Anyways, there's his mural. All right, there you go. Let's go back to here. Back to a small scale. We got 3 fingers, and then let's attach that arm. Try to keep it, again, this is the challenge. I kind of brought it out from my original line here. Keep it parallel, so I'm gonna have to push this in a little bit and then push it out. Try to keep it parallel, that second line parallel. That's the challenge, looking at that relationship, that thickness. And then you're looking at the relationship of the line that you just drew. The first line is easy, but then getting that relationship of those other arms lines is might be a little bit more of a challenge. All right, let's get that last arm in. Let's get that thickness. There we go. Let's monkey down with the thickness. No, that's the thickness. All right, here we go. There's the thickness of the arm. And we are going to pick up the challenge. We're going to pick up the challenge here. I don't know what we're going to do next. I don't think I saw anything in the chat. Let's take a quick look, see if I see anything in the chat. Nope, no requests. So we're just going to go with, I think, people ask for faces, and we can do faces, hands, and figures. I think in that order. Faces, we'll do faces, hands, and figures, and then call it a night, because people aren't requesting. Should be interactive here. What's that? All right, so I've got the arm in, and just the fingers need to go in. And really, I don't really see overlapping with these fingers. They're just there. So I'm gonna just 1, 2, 3, and maybe make it a little bit thicker. There it is, 1, 2, and 3. There's the fingers, 3 fingers. Jake, this dog Jake. There he is. Ta-da! Done. Celebrate. Give yourself a hand. Sign in. All right, cool. Yep, the market's up. Craziness. Let me send an image. Oh, somebody's at Disneyland. Nice. All right. Okay. What's next? What's next? What did I say? We said faces, hands, and figures. No, so there was a request to draw faces. And when there was a request to draw figures, we got figures here. We're going to go over the proportions of and this is going to be really general. We'll do a general face. So, and there's all kinds of ways to draw faces. There's the Loomis method. There's the Riley rhythms. And then there's my method, which is just getting a circle, making it an oval. There's a lot of other methods. You got this egg shape. So this is a good thing to do. You look at a person's face, if you're trying to draw them, try to get the shape of the face. And more or less, it's kind of like that. You see a circle and then this kind of face mask. And then we're going to divide this into parts. We're going to divide the center line right down the middle. And then we're going to divide that again, also down the middle. This is where the eyes are, the center lines. And this face is kind of facing us. And then we've got it breaking it down into thirds. So the thirds is usually this is the bottom of the nose. And that circle part, the bottom of the nose, the top of the eyebrows, and then this is the bottom here. Seeing this as thirds here. So this is what I mean by thirds. Here, this. Let's see if we can get the eraser. Nope. Let's use my ruler here. What measurement is that? Right about there, a little bit more. It's like 1.25 inches. Bring that down, 1.25 inches. See right there. Bring it up, 1.25 inches right there. Perfect. So that is thirds. That is thirds. And this should be half. Let's see if this is half. This should be half line. Thirds, and then that should be half, which is we have about 4 here. Let's go up there and bring it up. There's about 4 and the half is 2. See, that's pretty good eyeballing. All right, so those are kind of the proportions. Now the width here, compared to the height, I don't. That's kind of a good one. But here's our circle, so it just does come down a little bit. So the center line is where our eyes are. Now, depending on the face too, it will depend on how wide this is. But then the eyes are usually right in the center of this center. So this is the center, right? That's the center. But the center on this side would probably be there, and that's the middle. And this is if the face is facing us. There it is. That's the middle there. That's where the eyeballs are going to be. Now, how big are these eyes? Usually right the middle of that. From here to here, we're eyeballing that. And then here, the middle of that, that's the eyeball. So we're going from here, and probably it usually kind of slopes up like you're actually backwards roller coaster this way. And then it comes down like that. Backwards roller coaster on this side. Let's do the same thing on this side with the roller coaster. We'll go left to right, going up the roller coaster and then down. So here we go. Here's the middle between these 2 points. And here's the middle between those 2 points. And then again, people are different. Sometimes these eyes are closer, further away, but this is in general. So we're going to go up a little bit higher. This goes up a little bit faster, and then it swoops down, usually like that. And again, everybody's eyes are different, but they should be kind of like more or less on the center line. They're right in the middle, and they should kind of like here. So there's an eye space here in the middle, because from here to here, it should be the same as here to here, because this is half, and that's a half. All right, now we can use this center here for our pupils. Our pupils are round, and they go under that eyelid, and then we can keep those as pupils, and then we can actually do some shading and keep a little bit of an eye line right in there. Do the same thing on this side, and I think I'm bringing it up a little bit more. Yeah, bringing it up. Hey, feel free to adjust stuff. Things sometimes go off. And the highlight's going to be on the right as well. That's going to be my pupil. And there's a little bit of overlapping. So drawing eyes is a whole other thing. There's a little bit of overlapping or underlapping. The eye goes under the eyelid. And then we can actually even thicken that eyelash or eyelid right in here. We can actually thicken it, making it go over that eye. I'm thickening it up. It's usually thicker because of the eyelashes and stuff. We can get those details in there. And then the bottom eye, sometimes you don't see it. It kind of curves in, curves out. The duct goes right in there. The little duct. Probably another duct. Quack, quack. There we go. All right, there's the eyes. That's where they go. Then the nose. The nose is usually a triangulate. Sometimes you can triangulate, but off of this third line, third is where the bottom of the nose is. But I feel like I'm going to go a little bit lower with this one, right in here. And the width of the nose is the width of an eye. So there's a relationship. Looking for these relationships, knowing the relationships. So the width of the nose is usually about the width of an eye. Sometimes it's wider. Sometimes your mileage may vary. Depends on the nose. So we have the two nostrils, or that little right there part, and then you have the actual nostril itself there, and then it comes down in the middle. So it's not quite a W. And there's more to the nose, but in general, that's, there. And you can actually just get away with, especially with shadows, if you're just looking at it, get away with simplifying stuff. But there's more anatomy, more to the anatomy. Somebody wanted to draw faces, so that's why we're drawing faces. We're going to draw the eyebrow. And I think, eyebrow maybe going a little bit low as well, but I feel it should be here, space-wise. And I sometimes I let it go off here and go around. And then just like right in here, there's an eyebrow right in there. But I think according to that, it's a little bit low, but it's all right. Here's the other eyebrow. There's a space right in here, and it does kind of get closer. I always kind of feel this, like right where this eye goes around. I kind of give it that space. And then again, your mileage may vary. What you need to do is observe in the face that you're trying to draw and look at it and see how, like, oh, okay, it's a little bit higher, it's a little bit lower. I'm looking at my spacing. The nose is, here, there. There's an eyelid as well. Maybe there's a second eyelid. Depends. Right, not the second eyelid, but this is the eyelashes, and then you have the eyelid. Let's add a little eyelid in there. Right, there we go. And then the mouth, we can center of the eyes down. That's the relationship. The middle of the eyes down, middle of the eyes down. And then right in here, that's how wide that mouth should be. If you wanted to make it smile, we can actually make it smile, bring it up. I would probably, let's put a little bit of a smile to it. A little smile. Let's make people happy. Make your pappy happy. And sometimes there's a little bit of I'm going to put my little triangles here. Like little triangles. Now the top lip, you have like a little bit of a mountain, and it's darker. We have two little mountains there, and the top lip is darker because the light comes down, and this is in shadow, so it's usually darker. And then the bottom lip is fuller but rounder. So usually a little fuller and rounder, almost like having a little oval there that's attached. And there, that's that mouth. Maybe a little spacing, or bring that lip down. Make little adjustments there. There's the mouth. And then here's the chin. Chin, I always like to see this oval, and that kind of helps with spacing. And then from there also helps with the angles. Sometimes it's very angular. Here depends on the person. Again, everybody's different, but we're all the same, right? In these crazy times. Yeah, these angles here, see this, the cheeks depends. Sometimes they're straighter, sometimes, everybody's different. But in general, they don't stray too far from these proportions. They don't. It's just these slight plastic surgery adjustments. And just be happy with what you have. I mean, I don't know, some people are not. There they go. You want to live your best life without, I don't know, worrying what other people say too much, unless they have a point. But most of the times they don't. A lot of times, it's a crazy world out there. All right, that's just feedback. All right, the top of the ear, it goes the top of the eyebrow, usually there, and then the bottom of the ear is where the nose is. And again, your mileage may vary if the head's tilted up or down, but usually these are markers you use. Sometimes you want to go lower, sometimes you want to go higher. But usually around where the nose is and where the eye is, that's where the ear is. And that big, yeah, that big. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's smaller. Again, you have to observe Observe and see. Is it too hot? Is it too cold? Is it too hard? Is it too soft? Goldilocks. You got to Goldilocks it. We're on a Goldilocks planet. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. Although with global stuff going on, who knows? Although sunny Southern California, I love it here. It does get hot and cold, but not as extreme as other places. We do have our earthquakes. And then there's the anatomy of the ear. There's the different parts. I'm going to just keep it simple. There's the inner ear and the outer ear, and then the lobes. And then again, we have one on one side, one on the other side. I'm not going into detail. This is you can actually study all these parts. I'm just kind of giving you general proportions. It does take practice. It does take practice. And the shapes of these ears. I can get some of these angles. The inner and the outer ear, innie or outie. That little, there's a name for that. And then the other parts of the ears, but I'm just going to shade it in, keep it simple. There's the ears, and then the hair. Hair, feel free to do it any way you'd like. There's the top of the head, just keep it there. You can give it a little bit of hair, or if you want to get hair crazy. Hair is always kind of interesting, a lot of ways to do hair. And you can make the face rounder for a female, more angular. It looks like a kid. I can actually bring the hair up more, makes him look younger. Right, a little bit of shading. There's our head. And then the neck kind of pops in there, right in there. And you have the sternocleidomastoid, depends on the kid. If he's muscular, then it goes really out. That's the trapezium, the muscles. And usually there's a head space where the shoulder is. It comes out that far, usually. Depends. But that's what we use. We use the head to see how is there. Put your head on my shoulder. See if that head fits in there. All right. All right. How many people we got? We still got people hanging in there. Awesome. We got 13 people of you guys now. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. It's about the practice. If I'm drawing too slow again, speed it up. Actually, let's draw this again really fast. Let's draw it again really fast. Faster this time. See how fast I can go. Here's the head. There's the circle. Here's the body. Again, your mileage may vary. Find the center. Find our axis lines. There's one eye right in there, and I'm just eyeballing it. Let's make it male, female, older, younger, bigger eyeballs. Let's see if we can make it. Let's make it an old man. Let's go for an old man. Here we go. Let's get that eye in there, that center. See, and it's good practice, good review. The more you practice, the more you'll progress. And maybe give them some bags. Where do you want these bags? Right about here. Right there. Let's give it a highlight on the left side this time. Then we'll just put hair on the sides. Maybe it's this kid now that he's older. Give him bushier eyebrows. Maybe a little more shading in there. And that nose should be right about there. The mouth is going to be right about here again. The center of the eye, center of the mouth. Not center of the end of the mouth, center of that eye, bring it down. These are good markers to look for. Let's get a little bit more cheek in there. Let's get, he's not smiling as much. We can actually bring that down. Here's that nose. We got the center of the nose and then the nostrils around it. Again, you have to study the nose, draw the nose. And this is just a simple nose. Right in here, simple nose, eyebrows. And then we're gonna I'm gonna put a mean receding hairline back there. And then this guy is right here. He should be, maybe ears are a little bigger, a little wider. I'm gonna put these laugh lines in there. Maybe some crow's feet. 3 crow's feet. 1, 2, 3. Maybe a little bit of wrinkles on the forehead. A little bit more. So we need some eyelids up here. And then there's the, not fulcrum, it's that center part, that center. What's called, I can't remember right now. The film. Fill it in. And then the bottom lip. And then we're gonna, give them little jowls. Little jowls right here. Some jowls. See all these little things you just add. as you observe and see a face. And, yeah. What do you mean I have jowls? It just happens over time. Makes you jowly. He's a jowly old chap. There we go, the inner ear. Simplify it. There it is. And then this hair on the sides. Hey, it kind of looks like Ray Dalio a little bit. I was looking at him earlier. That hair. Yeah, Ray Dalio has more hair than this, but something about him. Yeah, it looks like Ray Dalio. All right, there we go. Young man. I don't know how much hair you want to put on. Light hair. And then a little thinner, maybe. All right, there's our head. Faces. Gonna do some shading. That's it. All right, let's look at the proportions of I said we're gonna do hands. Let's do hands. Let's do a simple hand. Let's look for a simple hand, and then we'll do the proportions of a face of a body. A lot of you cannot see the face you're copying. Oh, I'm not copying a face. I'm doing it. I'm just drawing it. I'm just drawing it. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, no, I'm just drawing it. There's nothing I'm copying. I'm just using the proportions. So yeah, I barely saw that. And then sometimes you get, oh yeah, you do get a little more wrinkles. You do see the neck a little bit more. It looks like a young old man. All right, yeah, that's good. A little more shading. Let's get that a little bit outer. Yeah, there's something about him. I don't know. Okay. And then the shoulders, and I'm kind of losing detail. Again, practice, practice, practice. Look at how things are made. I'm just simply just doing it, giving you some generics. This is really good for proportions on the body, but I think we're going to do a hand first. Let's just draw a couple of hands. I think we can find one, and then I can we'll draw it right now. So let's see. Let's find. Let me share my screen, and then we'll draw. There we go. Let's look for some hand drawings. I think I can find some simple ones, and we're going to use wrap to draw some hand drawings. Spell it right first. Oh, there we go. Ooh, look at these. So it really depends on how much of a challenge you want to go for. But it's good to find like the construction. Let's add construction reference. Easy. Construction. Oops. Construction. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Uh-oh. That's construction. Oh, here it is. This one's a good one. This one looks good. That's kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, there we go. There's some construction, but not exactly. See, we're just going to draw a couple. Or maybe I'll draw some really fast and some really slow. These are really dynamic. That's so cool. Yeah, a little more advanced. Don't be afraid of those. You can start off with a simple Mickey Mouse hands and then just take it to these next level. I mean, look at that. Look at the angles and the shapes. This is where angles really, you can see the angle that angle that way. Yeah, really good. Good stuff here and I just did a search. Ignorance is a choice. If you don't know how to draw hands, you got to practice drawing hands and look at them and see how they're constructed. Yep. Ignorance is a choice because if you're having trouble with something, it means you're having trouble with it. You need to practice it. You need to study it. All right, let's see. Ooh, look at that one. That's cool. I like the way they broke it down here. Ooh, with some cross contour lines. It's on Pinterest. With the coloring, look at that. And they made the hands look like they're glowing. Very nice. That's a whole value study, color study too, because of the intensity. All right, why don't we just type in simple hands, I guess. Let me see, construction, simple. Keep it simple, especially when you're learning. If it's too hard, you go up. Ah, here they are, these ones. I've drawn these before. This is good. You can see the relationship. See that line right there shows the relationship of the knuckles. You can see the relationship, some of these relationships, these angles. I kind of like that hand. You got to find ones you like. And maybe some that are Yeah, like, oh, and that are good too, because I can tell these are out of proportion. When you're learning to draw, and it's important to try to find some good hands that are in proportions. Maybe a book. Oh, maybe a book would have been good. Oh, we'll just do these. Oh, I just lost it. Oh, I like these, but not. Where'd it go? Here they are. Alrighty. I wonder if I can go. Ah, oh, there we go. Full screen. I'm going to something in the chat. It says hi. Hi, Demi. All right. Oh man, we've got Demi, we've got Elise. Gosh, it's been a while. And we've got Anne Francois. We've got Constanza. She's been all these and we have Judy, who's been here 3 years. Was it 4 years? She was saying right now. Wow, we've been doing this for a while. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. We got one more for this month, and then hopefully next in January, maybe. I don't know if we're gonna go back to. And Josh is saying hi to everybody. My entourage. How funny. All right, let's break this down. Let's actually annotate, just see the angles and stuff to look for. All right, so let's break this down. We've got the palm, and basically there's two parts to a hand. There's the palm, and then there's the fingers, right? And that's usually halfway. So let me see, what do we use? This is usually halfway, like right in there. Should we use this color or a different color? Let's use red. It'll show up here. So, and it's usually almost a rectangle or close to a square. Let's see how it relates to a square. So here's a square. You can see a square would fit like that right in there, height and width. So it's a little bit taller. And then you can see this triangle here as well. Once we put that square in there, you can kind of see some of the angles, how they relate to that square. A square is a square, same height, same width, and the angles are vertical and horizontal. And then you can see the angles off of that. So here you can see this angle here off of that one. You can see that height and that triangle that goes there now. You can see this angle here kind of coming in for that palm, and then this one going out or in as well. And then you have this other triangle that's right in here. Notice that triangle. And then the thumb. And maybe another triangle. That would probably be another part right there. That's joints. And then here, let's measure this. So we're looking at these relationships. Again, that's the magic word of the day. And actually always with drawing. What are the relationships? How do things relate? What's the height and the width? And here we have, actually, we're going to do this. Get this square, because we already know the squares. I'm going to get that square, copy it, and paste it. Now we have two squares that are exactly the same. If we bring this up, that's how big the fingers should be. And they are a little bit, well, the lower ones are. And you know what? Maybe because that's where the knuckles are. Maybe it should be here. Usually about halfway. That's about halfway right in there. Right in there. Usually about, it's not going in proportion. I'm losing the proportion. Yeah. Undo. One more time. See if I hold down shift. Oh yeah, there it goes. Now it's in proportion. Right in there. There's one. Let's copy that one and paste that one. And that should be about halfway. Oh, no, that's bigger than half. If I bring it down, bring this one down. Oh, undo. Bring it down. There we go. There it is. There it is, right to the wrist. So yeah, usually right there is the fingers and then the palm. Then here you can see these fingers as well. We'll just do two quick hand drawings. All right, let's copy paste this. Let's put this in the chat and let's just go ahead and draw this. It's always about practice. Again, you could be ahead of me, you can be behind me. If I want me to repeat something, I can repeat. Let's copy paste this. So here we go. Screenshot is what I meant. Screenshot. I'm going to screenshot all these hands. It's up to you. I can draw. I can draw all of them. All right, there it is in the chat. Let's get out of here. Let's draw it now. All right, here we go. Now I can do this. All right, so we're going to start off with one hand. I can see the two squares, so we can start off with two squares to just help us out. And this is simplified. Once you start getting angles and other stuff moving, then it gets a little more complex. But this is definitely need to learn to draw this hand first to get the proportions. There's two squares, right? And we have our two squares. And then we have the fingers that are kind of, I would probably say that, yeah, maybe just slightly going above. This is interesting, this angle here. Sometimes it goes down where the knuckle is. So it really, again, this is in general what this hand kind of should be like. It's kind of coming in. And from this side, it's coming in as well. These are the sides down to the wrist. We'll probably say that's the wrist, the bottom of the wrist. You have this angle, that angle right in there. And then it goes straight, and then it straightens out. Then we've got the thumb that fits in here. Again, there's that triangle. There's that triangle there that opens up to this other shape. And then another shape here for this thumb that kind of like opens up right in there. There's that thumb, that joint. And then there's a nail, that thumbnail. Thumbnail sketching is a really good way of sketching and drawing. Thumbnail is just like really quick, and it's really small, because that's why I call it thumbnail, because it's really small. It's really small. We're doing a drawing of a drawing. It's good to also look at pictures of hands. There's all these angles in here. There's an angle, actually some webbing. There's some webbing in there. And then you have the fingers. The fingers, another thing to do here to these fingers, there's a middle finger here. And seeing that relationship by doing that curve, then you can see that middle finger kind of coming down right in there. Pointer finger from the Pointer Sisters. And then we've got the ring finger right about in there. And then you got the pinky. Yeah, we got the hardcore heroes here tonight. Thank you for joining us. We do have an AI class that's going to be starting on Monday. It's going to be free Monday. And then I don't know, we'll see how it goes after that. Maybe next month it won't be free, but we'll see how it goes. It's going to be free. It's going to be just very basic AI stuff for beginners. How to use certain things, what's out there, and what to look for. So, and how you can use it. So yeah, we do have some AI stuff on Monday. Monday, same time here, 6 o'clock, or I don't know if it's at 7. But go to Meetup, www.meetup.com/, and then it's AI dash mastermind, AI mastermind. That's where we're at. So if you go to meetup.com/AI dash mastermind, the class is up already. You can sign up for it. You can join the group. And I don't know, I might be making them free once a month. And then there might be like specialized mastermind classes that I may charge for. But we'll definitely go over what's, there's a new, there's every week there's something new. Every week it's insane. I've been following this thing for years, but this year really an explosion, and every week there's something new. So it's kind of hard to keep up. But yeah, I'm out there looking and learning. All right, so we've got the pinky. I'm going to bring this pinky down. I think the pinky's a little bit lower, but I kind of use that as a guide. I know the pinky is going to be right in here, and I'm simplifying it. There's joints and stuff, but I am just doing a taper and keeping it simple. Sometimes just keeping it simple is best, and sometimes you want to get all the details. This other finger, this is the ring finger, the taper, how it goes open. And this hand is somewhat simplified as well. It all depends on what your intention is. What are you trying to do? What's your purpose? I'm just trying to tell a story. We don't need to do all the details. Kind of like my sister, got to know what the intention is. What is your goal? What are you shooting for? My sister, I showed her, okay, how to solve a word problem. Okay, you do drawings, here, if it's a person, you draw a person, and how far is it from here to there, so you can visualize it. I was trying to help her do that. So the math problem she had, something about George Washington. She spent like 20 minutes drawing George Washington. No, here, this is a symbol, right? A symbol of George Washington, stick figure. And a hat if you want to, at the most. George Washington crossing the Delaware. I don't know what the math problem was, but she spent a long time. So yeah, knowing what to focus on is important. You told me to draw. Yeah, I know, but yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. You gotta know what your intention is. What's your intention? Sometimes you hit that intention, sometimes you don't, but that's having that intention, that goal, something you're shooting for. If you're shooting for accuracy, you're shooting for accuracy. If you're shooting just basic proportions, these are the basic proportions, half, half, half. And then And do you like it? If you don't like it, that's okay. I don't like everything I do. I just learn from it. Say, okay, oh, I need to move this in a little closer, a little bit further, make my changes. Oh my gosh, all the changes I did here. Because initially with this painting, this guy was standing up, and then I had him bending a little bit. Then they wanted him, I had him on his knees. And finally goes, no, not on his knees. He needs to be squatting. So yes, the final one, he's going to be squatting. And let me see, I have a picture of, so I don't bring this up anymore. The big old painting. I'm just going to show you the picture. See if I can find it. It's here. Oh, and I did did some face painting of myself. For for Halloween. Ready. Oh, oh, yes. Oh, here it is. Yeah, no, can't really see it that well. Yeah, so here's that. Yeah, and he's on his knees right here in this one. So here's on his knees, and then the whole family's there. This is and then this painting. Well, I'll share it next time, and it'll be in a picture as well. If you were here earlier, you saw it. All right, so there's one hand. Give it up. Give him a hand. You can do the left hand. Just flip it, or right hand. This is the right hand. No, this is the left hand. The right hand. Thumb inside. All right, just flip it. Oh, should we try drawing some of the other hands? Yeah, I'm going to draw the other hands really a lot quicker. So you have the palm. Try to see the palm as a shape, right? Here's the palm, and then the fingers, and then try to see that as a shape. See? So I'm doing it really quick. And then from there, and then you start seeing the details, right? Start seeing this palm, the padding. There's padding on the palm. There's that top part of the palm, and then the fingers. I can see the angles of the fingers. There's these fingers, two fingers that are kind of going this way. This angle on this pinky is kind of going down a little bit. The angle does change. And then here, the angle on this pointer finger kind of does change, go up. And then it goes straight. And here, and I can see it fits in this shape, right? And it is moving forward. Let's see, I think I do need to make them a little bit bigger. So I'm not, and I can make those changes because I really didn't commit to anything, but I can see the relationships. Now the details. So I'm going to go with the pinky. There's the top on this one, and then there's another joint. And the thing with the joints, they are in thirds. If you look here, each one is a little bit smaller as it goes up. And we could have done that, seeing where the joints are and seeing those relationships, like these joints here, and then maybe these joints here, right in here, and then maybe the knuckles. And that kind of helps seeing those relationships and where they are in relationship to each other and how they get smaller up there. And you can do that same thing here too. But this one just has two joints. All right. Okay, we do two joints in the morning. Two joints. It's a song. Here we go. This ring finger, again, it has two joints. It's really supposed to be three, but they simplified it, which is cool. It has just this angle here, and then it goes down right there to there. And again, you got to just practice. You got to pay your dues to sing the blues. And there's a thumb back here. It's hidden and it's in shading. It's back here. That's the thumb. I don't know why they just do two joints. And then there's that joint right there, that angle there, that angle, this angle, and this angle should probably be about the same. And then this comes down. That's the middle finger. And then here, the pointer finger right in there. I did change it a little bit and have a point. Point. And that looks pretty believable. This finger does go over. It's overlapping because this side's closer to us and this is behind. So there's some overlapping that's happening there. And again, you got to observe, practice drawing, not just from drawings, but drawing from pictures or in your own hand. Oh, there you go. One more. Let's draw this one faster. So I can kind of see the height and the width. There's a thumb in here. And just that right in there. And then this palm part. And then the fingers. And these fingers, sometimes you see the relationship. Sometimes it goes up and then down. It's the middle fingers there. And then you see a little bit of the band. So there's a little bit almost like a moon shape right in there. And some of these angles. And this other finger, that's the middle finger. Here's the ring finger and the pinky. See how it fits right in there. And then a little bit of palm underneath that. And there's some bending, some actually shading. This is a little bit lower, a little bit lower there. These fingers, how they go together. Again, I'm going pretty fast, so do the best you can. I am picking up the speed. I'm going to do the proportions of the figure, and then I think we can just do some figure drawings, and then we'll do some quick figure drawings. If you have questions, put them in the chat. Somebody put something, Demi put something in the, yay!
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Couldn't find what?
The class. I put AI.mastermind and it didn't come up.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And it started giving me tons of AI stuff in Los Angeles, California,
really?
but not that class.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can find it. Let me share my screen and see what we're going to share. We'll share this one, I think. Which one? I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to share. What am I sharing? Hold on. That's a screenshot. Okay. Oh, there we go. Let me share that one. There we go. Let's go out of this. It should be if you go to here we go. If you go to Meetup, there it is. I see it right there. I can put it in the chat. It's meetup.com/AI mastermind.
Yeah, that's what I did, and it didn't come up. I put the entire Meetup thing in Meetup.
Okay, okay, so here it is. I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to go to it. And there it is. We've got a few members. We've already got 27 members plus 5 that I haven't approved yet. Yeah, there we go. AI Mastermind. And this website doesn't work yet, but I do own it. I do own AIMM.LA. There we go. These are the.
So can you put it in the chat? Maybe if I access it directly, it will be easier.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, because sometimes with those addresses, all you need to do is have one thing wrong, and it's wrong. All right, here we go. Where's my chat? Here it is. Oh, there it is. I see the chat. Okay, paste it in the chat. That should be it. All right, that's it. That's in the chat. Okay, and then somebody screenshotted the hand that I was drawing. There don't seem to be any AI Mastermind events scheduled right now. Oh, maybe there should be one. I just saw that there wasn't one. Huh. Let me just quickly look to see if I have an AI Mastermind class setup event. I thought I had one set up for Monday. Hold on. Events. There we go. Yeah, Monday, November 11th. It's right here. Online event. You're going. Yeah, there's 4 people that have signed up. Oh, that's cool. Manage. Yeah. Edit event. Oh no. If people are signing up because I didn't accept them. It's just beginner stuff, really simple stuff for AI. And let's see. Ooh, did I close it? No, stop share. Oh, there we go. All right. That's it. All right, let's do we'll do proportions of the figure, and then we'll do some figure drawing. We'll do the and then we'll call it a night. Thank you for joining us. Here we go. Let's do this. So the proportions are great. This is perfect. How many heads tall? They're usually 7 to 8 sometimes. And this one says 7. This is an adult female, and then this one's adult male. This is 7.5. So if you want to first start keeping it simple, it's keeping it simple with 7. And then this is the anatomic middle right here. This is important, the half. So this is a halfway point. And it's good to know that where your halfway point is. There's the top half, and then there's the bottom half. And that's the anatomic middle, right? And then you've got how many heads tall. If it's 8, it's easy. You can do 2 and 2. And then here, oh, look at this is what we talked about earlier. And the head's on the shoulder. So I see it goes up outside the shoulder a little bit. Here's the shoulder. And if you bring that down to that arm, that's how wide that, actually you can bring it even further down to the arm down here, how it fits, those heads fit on the shoulders, head and shoulders. Now this is a female. All right, some things to look for. And it doesn't really see, oh, the areolas is a fourth. And fourths. That's broken down into fourths. Oh, that's cool. The fourths and the half, and then the knees a little bit below the knee is a quarter. Yeah, that's cool. So if we break that in half again. Yeah, there's another way of breaking it down. And there's another video that I have on that. But those are some landmarks you do need to look for that when you're drawing a body. So here's the head. Okay, so here's the head. We're gonna make that the head, and then the neck is usually there. Oh, yeah, can't remember the proportions, but there's that. But this is the anatomic middle, really helps. And this whole torso. There's the torso. Then you have the pelvis, torso, pelvis, right in there. There's the anatomic middle, right at the pubic area. And then you have the legs, the thighs, which go above that quarter a little bit, or around that quarter size. Let's bring those a little closer together. And those thighs, see it's coming out a little bit. Those shapes right there. And then you've got the lower legs coming down to the feet. The ankles and then the feet. I'm just going to make these shapes for the feet. Then the calves on the inside. I'm really making it wide. It's all right. Again, your mileage will vary, but these are things to look for and measure when you're doing your drawing. And if you think it's too thick, then you do it thinner. If you think it's too thin, you got to, and your mileage will vary. There's an arm. The hands do come down a little bit below the anatomic middle as well. So the wrists are right in the middle, actually, and then there's the hand. And I'm just adding. There's an elbow, and I'm curving it. I'm just keeping it simple. Yeah, keeping it simple. I'm not, getting all the muscles and everything. I'm just keeping it noodle arms. It's really important to just, especially with your intention. What is your intention? Learning the proportions, learning how to do, do it sideways as well now. Person sideways. There's a little bit of an S curve, the back, and then it goes forward and then back and then forward and sideways. The feet would be forward. The neck. But everything should line up if you're doing it that way with the hands coming down. That's where the hands are, the chest. And actually goes back and forward. The calves and then the feet. Yeah, just real quick. Very sketchy, very sketchy. All right, that's just really sketchy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go to line, and we're going to draw. We'll just do it. Let's just go to, here we go, share again. And I think, is that it? No, that's the JPEG. We're not going to share that. That's I'll do it one more time. We're going to share my, let's see, we're going to share. Da, 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 da. On my screen. Let's go to this one. Oh, schoolism. We'll do that one. Share. All right, there it is. That's a good one. Okay, so we're going to go to line of action. Let's do a search for line of action. I'll put it in the chat if you want to do it on your own. On your own. It's a great website. Line of action drawing, and you can choose all kinds of stuff. There we go. Oh, this is a good line of action drawings. Actually, those are good to copy on their own. But we're going to go here to line of action. There. It's an actual website, something in the chat. Let's take a quick look. But we're going to draw any of this. 694, 10 hours, 36, 40 minutes of practice time. in the last 7 days. Oh, wow. How many people have practiced? You can practice all these things, faces, horses, animals, scenes. Oh, they've added stuff. That's just cool. Something in the chat. Let's check real quick. 7 p.m. PST, 10 EST. Yeah, right now. Right. Did this class start at 6 or 7? Oh, it started at 6 Pacific. Yeah, we're on Pacific time, 6 o'clock. So yeah. Oh, calendar at 7 p.m. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We do have it recorded. It'll be up on our website. Actually, it'll be up on YouTube on our YouTube channel. If you go to absolutebeginner.org, I think that'll take you there. I can also put that into our onto the chat. So why don't I do that? Well, I'll do this one first. The line of action. Copy that, and then put that in the chat. There we go. That's the line of action. Control V, paste. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I've been doing that. This happened just in the last couple of weeks. When you copy stuff and paste it, it shrinks everything down, which is so cool, and just gets a link. I've been noticing that. That just happened in the last couple of weeks. Or maybe it's my computer. No, it's not, because it was after I got my computer. All right. Okay, so now we're looking at absolute beginner. See if it comes up. Absolute beginner, beginner.org. See if it takes us to our website. There it is, our YouTube channel. There it is. Ratios, angles. This is the last one. Oh, we didn't. Oh yeah, an hour and a half. Oh, October did go up. There was 1 month that didn't go up. I didn't record. But anyways, hopefully. There's our YouTube channel at absolutebeginner.org. But yeah, let's put this in the chat as well. Oh, glad you had fun. Isabel, thank you for joining us. Oops. Oh, you're not in the meeting anymore. And here we go, everyone. Bam. All right, there we go. That's the YouTube channel. And then here we go back to line of action. We're going to go ahead and choose one of these. We're going to draw figures. I guess somebody asked for figures, so we're going to do figure study. We're going to do only covered models, because we don't want YouTube to take us off. All genders, covered models. Do baby, teen, adult. I don't know. We won't chart or check any of those. Class mode. Let's go with class mode. Somebody's screenshotting my stuff and posting it. What was that? Oh, Demi. Okay.
Yeah, I did post at 7 o'clock.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, and then
Oh, it says 7 o'clock. No.
yeah, it made it PST 7 o'clock and EST 10.
Oh, wow.
And the meetup, yeah. So
That's weird.
yeah.
I'll have to double check that tomorrow then. I'm gonna double check.
The hour was the time was wrong in the
Oh,
meetup.
wow. No wonder there was less people at the beginning.
Yeah, because I was on time.
Okay. I'm gonna double check my times. Same thing with the other. Wow. It says 10 p.m. to 11. That's weird. EST. That's wrong. Yeah, because no, I don't know. That's weird.
Okay. I was also very confused with the time, Eladio. I thought that you started at 7.
No. Okay. I don't know how that. I'll have to double check why that is. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Wow. Okay, but we do have it recorded, and we do have the YouTube channel there. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, I don't know. I know I've been doing a lot of changes. All right. So here we go. We have a class mode. How long? We'll go for 30 minutes, and then we'll go show tips and guidance. I'll just get drawing. Yes, suggest suggestions. Give me pointers. LOL. I'm gonna. Okay, let's get drawing. All right, there we go. So this is gonna be. I can pause this one. Oops, not exit, cancel. I'm gonna pause it. That's what I want. So I'm gonna pause this one, and then they're gonna be 10 more at this length. These are 24 seconds each. So this is the first one. It's gonna be there. The first ones are gonna be really short, but this first one, I'm gonna leave it on there for a while, so you can get used to it. So if any questions or anything, I'm going to draw it. I guess you'll see mine really small, and then you'll see that picture big. I think that's the way it should be on your screen. So you can look at that. If you want to follow me, you can follow me. There's different ways to draw figure drawing. Sometimes there's this line of action that people always try to get. See, okay, this body's coming this way, and then down. And then I can see, I sometimes just draw the head, then the torso, and then I can see the pelvis, where the pelvis is compared to that. And then I can see this thigh, and then I can see this lower leg, and then the foot right in there. And then here's this back leg, which is a little bit smaller because it is going back. This one is forward and it's bigger. And then it's going down at this angle here. And then this foot there. And they would only give us, 24 seconds, not a minute, a quarter of a minute to get this as best you can. So you really don't have time to get a lot of details. So it'd be something like this. You can see, even just put a hand, just put a circle there. And then you probably might just get that. And when you start getting more time, then you can start putting the muscles on here, like maybe even study the arm, the biceps, the deltoid, the different muscles, the triceps, and the different shapes. And then you can put that on top. Wow, I just used a colored pencil all night tonight. I think it's just this one. Yeah, so we definitely need to go dark. And then the torso and how it all fits, how the relationships, how they all connect, all the shapes in the bodies, parts, if you need to move stuff down. Yeah, and the pelvis and the choninas. Choninas. Oh my God. The glutes. And then the thigh, see, bringing it forward. And then the knee, that shape of that whole thigh. And then the bottom of the calf, a little bit of calf. There we go. And then the ankle, the heel. There we go. And then the toes opening up. All right, all right. So let's do this. We're going to go fast. All right, ready? Here we go. There we go. That one's 23 seconds. And you won't have a lot of time. It's just going to just have time here. Here's the head. Here's the body. Here's one leg that direction. And maybe just do stick figures. You might just only be able to do stick figures at these times. There's 9 seconds left. And that's fine. See, doing these stick figures. You're doing stick figures. 2 seconds. All right, here we go. Let's and oh, the next one. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so here's the head, here's the torso. You can just do the shapes depending on what your focus is, right? There's the pelvis, then the legs crossed over. One's going this way, one's going this way. One hand over here, one hand over here. 11 seconds. Get the circle for the hand, circle for the hand. Look at the relationships, the angles. This angle here. I feel like I did pretty good. Oh, there's that. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar. He sure does see her. Does he see her? Does Julius see her? There we go. One arm up. I can see the relationship of the hand to the face. And then the torso. Then the pelvis. And then the leg curving out that way. And this leg curving straight and then back. And the weight, most of the weight going on this leg here. That leg, and then this leg this way, and it's gone. Next one, ooh, there's the head, here's an arm. And really fast. I mean, it's not enough time to really get any detail, but this is good exercise, good practice to improve your drawing. Good. There that is, and then you've got this hand over here. Bam, see, just really quickly, get the feel of it. Oh, that's it. There's 7 more of these at, they're 30 seconds now. Ooh, look at that. 30 seconds. It really forces you not to get any detail because that's all you see. There's the head. Here's the torso. Arm going this way over the torso, then going out that way. Notice how far out it goes. Far out, man. Then the pelvis sticking up, or the glutes. Yeah. Oh, maybe the head's a little further down than what I have up there. I'm looking at the relationship. The head should be, let's see, I make an adjustment. Ooh, that was gone. Ah, that was quick. That was supposed to be 30 seconds. All right, there's the head. Here's the torso. There's the body. There's the arm coming down. That arm coming out this way. The hand. one foot coming out forward a little bit. This one's coming almost straight down, coming out a little bit. There, there. Are you just using observation to get the proportions? Yeah, I'm just using observation to get the proportions. 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm just using observation. I'm seeing how big things are, the relationships to what they are. And I kind of see, I mean, look at, see the head, the top half, the bottom half. I'm just using observation and kind of like, and it's just practice. I kind of went over the proportions, and there's only 15 seconds left here on this one. I'll try to just do it really quick, really small. There's the head, there's the torso, then one leg this way, one leg that way. And I kind of know just by practice. See, look how quick that was. I did this in less than 15 seconds. All right, here we go. Here's this one. We might get cut for this one. Hopefully not. I don't know. Let's see. Here's the torso. Here's the glutes. I can draw that as a circle. Got one leg this way. The legs. Most of the weight is on this right leg, or her right leg, because we're looking at her back. This leg's going out this way. Their arms, one arm that way, one arm that way. 7 seconds. One hand. See, I'm not even doing the details. You can see there's that hand there. And this in 30 seconds. Hey, I recognize this guy. There's his head at an angle. Yeah, I'm drawing that. See, I'm drawing things in proportion by just like looking. I can see the head, and I can see the torso and the stomach. And then I can see the pelvis, and that pelvis is the center. So from here, I can see this should be where the leg should be from here to there. The leg should come down that far, right? And this is almost straight. And there's that thigh, and then oh gosh, oh, I thought it was only part of a picture. Alrighty. I thought it was just half. I'm like, what happened? No, it's just I just skipped it. Sorry. Okay, so this is 30 seconds. This is the last one. There's one more for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna have another one. I just skipped one. I thought it was cut off at first. Anyways, he's got a prop. He's got an axe. He's holding an axe to grind. He's got an axe in this cigarette. It's right there. Yeah, I'm so. Oh, is it getting late? I haven't been silly today. Today's starting to get silly now. It's starting to get late. Arm this way. Oh, there we go. This is the last one. Oh, this is 1 minute. So there's 5 of these at 1 minute each. So these are twice as long. So you're gonna have a little more time. See the head? The head, I still just do an oval. Then I try to capture the torso. Then I try to capture the arms. And I can see the arm, the hand. Bring that up. And then pelvis, the legs, the angles for the legs, and the relationship of the head, the legs to the hands and the body and the proportions, and all that just comes with time and practice. If they're out of proportion, don't whip yourself. Don't get all upset. Just keep practicing, saying, okay, well, what are the proportions? There's a really good one on proportions I did. This one was okay. There's a video, one of our videos. Yeah, it should be on our website. Should be, I should tell you to wait. Okay, this is, yeah, there's a lot of work I need to do. Gosh, a lot of work. That's before, I need to do that work before I go weekly. There we go. Oh, that's a nice pose. Before we go weekly, I want to get that work done, because then I feel like it's just, we're spinning circles here. Because then I can point stuff to, like, oh, okay, we don't have to go over it. I can tell you where it's at, because we've gone over stuff. And at this point, I just feel like I'm repeating myself over and over, but which is fine, but not for free. I got my free stuff out there, but now I just got to organize it. And once it's organized, then I can just point to it and say, hey, get a little more in depth with stuff. And okay. There's a little bit more curve to the back. Curve to the back. Oh, how long is this one? Oh, 13 seconds. And the hand down here. Keeping it simple. That's a cool pose. Pretty face. And her hair. Here's some hair. This 1 second. Oh, okay. This is 1 minute again. I will catch you next time. Oh, Priyanka, I'm feeling tired today, but just wanted to show up rather than a no-show. Good night. Take care. All right, Priyanka, thank you for joining. Are you just, oh yeah, that's Priyanka. She just left. Thank you for joining us. Wow, times are crazy then. All right, well, let's just, I'm doing these really quick. There's the head, there's the torso. Even if it's just practice drawing the heads, the egg heads, just try getting those egg heads. getting the angles, just doing it really quick. The more you practice, the more you'll progress. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, not about perfection. It's not going to be perfect. You just try to do the best you can what you're focusing on. If you're just trying to get the head shape and then trying to get the relationships, where's the I'm telling you what to focus on. Some of the stuff. And then just go in there and adjust, fix, practice, look at your angles, look at the shapes, relationships. Okay, here we go. Here's this one. And then we've got two more of these in 1 minute ones, and then it's gonna probably go to 5 minutes. Here's the head, here's the torso. See, I'm always doing the same. You don't have to do it this way, but there's other ways. And it depends on what the teacher's telling you to focus on. It could be just silhouettes. Here's this one, this leg this way. It's kind of like doing the Vogue. All right, all right. There's that one. All right. Wow, one more month and then we've got the end of the year. Time's just flying and ticking, and here we go. Up 13 seconds. I have more time. I'm just keeping it simple. Let's see what else I can put into it. Try to use my time wisely. All right, 1 second. That's it. Oh, same kind of. This one is a minute. This is one more of this length. That's 1 minute. Huh. It can't be. Another 1 minute pose. All right, well, we'll just do it. I should probably draw bigger. All right, let's see. Oh, I need more paper. More paper. I'll just do it here. This paper's a little wrinkly, but it works. Oh, cross contour. Yeah, oh well, it works. I'll get better paper for the other pictures. These two I'll do, and I'll do bigger, and I'll just do it on this paper. This guy, he's resting on this arm. I can see his weight is mostly on this arm here. And then trying to capture the weight of the characters is important. His arm this way, the hand, the relationship of the hands, the arms, the legs, and the feet, the way they are. See, this foot goes out a little further than the hand. I'm looking at these relationships and how things fit, proportions a little bit. See, I'm scribbling it. Oh, there it is. This is oh, this was 5 minutes. All right, here we go. 5 minute drawing, and there's two more of these. Oh, get some paper. There we go. Here we got some paper, and there goes my keyboard. All right, here we go. This one is going to be 5 minutes. So you can take your time with this a little bit, or do both. Do a quick one, and then because it is 5 minutes. Don't do one and done. That's what my students do. Like, oh, I'm done. Yeah, that's a 1 minute drawing, but it's a 5 minute. It's a 5 minute. It's supposed to be 5 minutes. Oh, I'm done, mister. Okay, I don't know. You have more time, well, but I'm done. Yeah, I know. I challenge you to use your time. All right, so there's the torso, and this one is more time. There's the pelvis, and the angles of the legs. This one really goes way out. Most of the weight is on this left leg. And then see it right in there. See this whole length. And then I can double check my proportions, especially the anatomic middle. That's like one of the important ones. It's kind of like the middle where the eyes go in the middle. That's the anatomic middle as well. Now I can go back here and actually go into the details of this. I can put in the neck, the head, and I know I have 3 minutes and a half, less than 3 minutes and a half. And the face is usually pretty kind of important. I don't know how much detail I want to put in there. Not a lot. Just keep it simple. You really can't see the face too much. It's just the side here, and then the hair. It's mostly hair. We're looking at her backside. So I'm going to keep her face simple. Her ear is low. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? God. Oh my gosh. I got to do my ML notebook. You join us for the AI class. Yes, it's going to be free this Monday. Same thing. It's me. It's talking about AI at and join our class. It'll probably be free for a while again too as well. Maybe next month free. But we'll see. I'm playing with it. And yeah, it is the future. The future is here. Ignorance is a choice. Yeah, ignorance is a choice. You can ask questions or you can remain in the dark or in fear. I mean, yeah, like it or not, it's here. And it is complex. There's a lot. I'm not lying because there's always something to learn and then they change it on you. It is changing so fast. Yeah, just like this week, ChatGPT has a search feature. I mean, every week there's been something. I follow several guys and it's just like bam, bam, every week. Every week, something new, something new. Something latest, greatest. It's crazy. Craziness. But you don't have to. It's really, there's tools and it's to solve problems and make things, it depends on the problems you're trying to solve. And if it helps you solve problems, that's great. That's the great thing. Who wants problems, right? If it's helping you solve problems, then like, well, less problems. Bam, more solutions. Bam. There we go. I'm getting all kinds of messages here. Oh, okay. All right. We're down to 30 seconds almost. I'm getting carried away with the drawing and doing other stuff. Actually, yeah. Actually, this looks pretty good. I got to get some legs in there. My legs the angles are right, but the location is wrong here. Now that I did the pelvis, I need to move that leg forward. See these relationships. That's fine. All right, so we're going to do two more at this length, 2 more 5-minute drawings. Let's get this calves in. Get that leg in, the foot in. Then we can share. I can share, and then you can see my drawings and see yours. Show me yours. I'll show you mine. Show you mine. You show me yours. Oh man, I came across a good website. Ooh, muscles. I love muscles. That's good. I came across a good website. Looks a little out of proportion because there's some distortion. There's kind of a little bit of fisheye lens happening. So the proportions are off. The head is bigger because it's closer to the camera. So there is some proportion stuff going on off. There's some proportions. And you can keep that by just trying to see the shapes and knowing that, okay, that this is actually, the legs are smaller than usual. But trying to see the big shape and how it all fits. I'm getting this kind of like chili shape. And this leg down here, and we've got 4 minutes. Josh is saying good night. Good night, Josh. 8 o'clock. Yeah. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Josh is, yeah, he stays pretty late now. He would go for dinner. And so I have this one leg here. I'm getting that angle. Angles are pretty good. If you capture angles, you can always, the angles are the same. They just need to move. Angles always stay the same. You can move the angle will still be the same. You can make things bigger or smaller, but the angles will always be the same. It's a trippy thing about angles once you see angles. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna draw the face and then I'm gonna do everything else around that. I kind of blocked it in, but I want to do the face. I'll actually spend a little bit of time on that face. It's a pretty face. Nose, got a little nose ring. Let's spend a little bit of time on the face. Up to you where you want to focus your energy and your thing. You can do it, you want to do more than one, do more than one. If you want to focus on the face, you can focus on the face like this. I'm already in shadows and shading and eyebrows and the mouth and lips. Right there. Spending some time on this face. There we go. And then I can see how it relates to everything else. This ear is going to be back here. This seeing space is a tough one. Like this ear in here, the space between the ear and the eye, there's quite a bit of space. There's certain things to look for in proportions. But if you don't know that, you might mess it up. Chances are. Good. that it's not going to look right, and you don't know why isn't it looking right. Well, it's placement and proportions, and you got to learn those basics, especially when it comes to the face and the figures. Even computers are still, oh my gosh, I've been struggling with getting my AI to give me good faces. They've been, sometimes it's like, oh, sometimes it's doing really good. Then sometimes it's doing really bad with giving me some faces. All right, and that's AI, but it's only going to get better. This is the worst it's going to be. It's crazy to think where we're going to be in a year. Where are we going to be in a year? All right, how much time we got? A minute and a half. 2 minutes almost. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this. Let's get to the chest, the torso, bikini bottom. Hey, SpongeBob. Oh, Squidward. Oh, SpongeBob. Wow. So it was really interesting. Oh, speaking of that website, going back to that website, it's movie. Oh, what was it? I just sent it to somebody. Oh, I can actually, that's where it's at. And it's, oh, you can get to see movies for free. My friend was saying, yeah, it is pirated. I mean, there is pirates, but yeah, I don't know. There's a whole moral thing, but yeah, there's a lot of things. But if you can pay and watch a movie, you should go pay and watch a movie. But if sometimes, I don't know, the whole ethical thing. I had that discussion. All right, let's see. Oh, let me find that webpage. It's good to see movies. And let me see, I sent it to. Oh, here it is. It is. Oh no, it's not here. I didn't send it to that person. Oops, not that one. Oh, I think we're out of time. Almost out of time. 12 seconds. Oh shoot, I should be focusing on my drawing. This hand goes over here. This hand goes over here. That hand. That. Oh, look at this is lower than what I had. I had that way up there. There's the knee. Oh well. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of small. I don't like that. Is it only supposed to be showing the poses? Yeah, it should be my pictures really small. I'll share my pictures afterwards. It's only the poses. Yeah, it's only the poses. Yeah, you're supposed to copy the poses. I'm kind of just, it should be a little bit a picture on your page somewhere, and we're just really just doing the poses. See, here's the shape of the head, and this shape almost has almost like a shield shape to his head. I kind of like that because of his hair. And if that's all you do, that's all you do. Then you see the torso to the chest, and that's all that's showing. You have that kind of cloth that's going over him, and it's kind of like a toga. Toga. Yeah, good question. Yeah, that's all we're drawing. I'm drawing these pictures. Just follow along. And seeing these shapes, see that drapery? That's cool. And the legs just coming out. About there. Actually, I don't know. I'm not crazy about this picture, but it's all good, especially for a 5 minute picture. This is good for like maybe a minute pose, but it's kind of far and it's the details not really there for me, anyways. For some of you, might be just perfect, but that's all good. You just want to do what you can. I already know myself. So and anyways, it's not fitting on my page. Bad planning. Yeah, this picture's not fitting on my page. I'm not happy with it. And plus, I was looking for something. I was looking for that web page, movie something or other. What did I send it to? Let me see. Over here. Let's see. No, I don't think it is here. No, it's not. I know where it's at though. It's on my other webpage. Over here. Oh, I won't do it there because people will lose their drawings. I can do it on my webpage over here. Tools. movies. There they are. And here it is. And the website is look movie the number 2.to. So if you go to look www.lookmovie, let's put www, look movie the number 2.to. It's good for movies. And I saw the movie, and I thought it was going to be the music, but it wasn't a documentary. It was a great documentary on John Williams. He did the music to Star Wars and a lot of movies and TV shows, like Gilligan's Island. Believe it or not, that's him too. Just sit right back, and you'll hear a tale. Yeah, John Williams. That was a good documentary. I've seen some really. I'm a nerd. I've seen some really good documentaries though. They're really good. I like them more than movies. You actually learn something, and it's true, and it's pretty wild. Get this arm in there. Yeah, look movie number 2.to. Really good right now. Yeah, because I've had other ones. The video player is really good, and the it doesn't really go to other websites like other ones send you to other websites, and that's how they make their money. And oh wow, there's 5 minutes still on this post. Did I pause it? What happened? Something doesn't look right. I don't like this. I'm gonna go over. There we go. That's better. Oh, this is 10 minutes. That's why. That's a 10-minute pose. I'm gonna, yeah. Hopefully, if you want me to go back, I don't know. This is a 10-minute pose. All right, this is a good pose. I like this one. I'm gonna take my time on this one. This is 10 minutes, and we have one more 10-minute pose, and I think we're gonna call it a night. It's 8:11. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna take my time with this one. So I'm gonna block it in. Let's see. Here's the head. I see a circle there, but then on top of that, there's the mouth in relationship to that circle part. I can see that angle there. And then this up here. Then I wish I could put it side by side, my drawing side by side, because there's enough room on my screen, but I don't have the technology or know-how because it comes down to knowledge and skills. I don't have the knowledge or the ability to do that right now. I know it's possible, especially with my new computer. Like I need to get a new setup and have these drawings side by side, but I do not have that right now. Right now, I'm just gonna have to deal with that little small picture in the corner. I have the hands, they're gonna be right about there. There's two hands that are together. I can see them as one. Then I can see this arm coming up and then this arm, upper arm coming back at an angle and then forward. And then there's the torso. Oh, here's the head. If this is the head, the torso should be further down. And the arm should be further down. I'm going to bring the arms down a little bit. See, I didn't have to draw all those hands. I just brought them down really quick. If I were drawing every finger and I'm focusing on the wrong thing, I was just focusing on detail, then I'd be stuck on detail. I wouldn't be able to make those changes of placement and where things kind of go and how it fits. And I can already see that it's not all going to fit here on my paper. So I can actually go smaller. I can move it back up and move this, make this smaller, make the head smaller and make it fit by changing some of the proportions. And then I can actually make it fit so the foot is down here. Now I can go back up. So if this is the foot, if the foot is this big, my angles are still fine because the angles don't change. If you make things bigger or smaller, angles are still going to be the same. And there, that actually works better. And just making everything higher up and this whole head smaller, changing the proportions and making those adjustments. And I can do that at this wireframe, kind of wireframe stage. We have 7 minutes. Oh, we have 7 minutes, a lot of time. See, but I'm just trying to get the framework and seeing how it all fits first. And then once I'm happy with that, then I can start doing more details and seeing these relationships and seeing these big parts and how they all fit. And I think I'm kind of happy, but not 100% happy with this. arm is going to go higher up instead of lower. I did bring it down, but I'm going to have to bring it back up and make the head smaller. And I have a lot of head space up here. So maybe if I can go from the bottom up, let's try that from the bottom up. We're going to start with this toe. I'm going to go actually a little backwards than I usually do. I'm going to use this foot as my guide. I usually use the head, but this time I'm using my foot. So I'm going to try to get this foot as accurate as I can. There it is. And then from here, I'm going to go see, okay, see how big this foot is. And then I can see how long this leg is going to be and where this calf is. There's that calf. That looks good in proportion. Then I'm going to come back up. This looks in proportion. And then from here, there's the thigh muscle right here. And then it goes, the thigh muscle goes into this, the glute. And it kind of whoops around a little bit. Now I need to see the relationship of that glute to that leg down here, which, yeah, there's a slight angle. I like that right about there. It looks good. I'm looking at this thigh right in here and that angle. And I've got that leg, and I can actually see it as a silhouette. I can actually shade all this as almost like a silhouette. See, that's all like a silhouette, especially on the front side right in there. There's that shape, that form. And then you've got that leg in here. Oh. Yeah, so going to look movie number 2.to. Yep. All right. Oh, let's get this. There we go. Let's get that in there. The elbow is going to be a little higher. I can tell now the elbow is going to be a little bit higher because of where I have this, because I'm happy with this leg and thigh. And then this leg and thigh should be a little bit higher than I have. Right in there, probably about right there. It's this thick coming out, and it's a little bit higher than what I have right here. But the angle's right. See, the angle is right. Angles don't change. The position can change, but the angle, I know I did the angle right. It's a crazy thing about angles. And I learned that when I was a kid. I had a ruler. I was drawing my dad's house, and I had a ruler, and I was out there getting the angles. I was like 5 years old, drawing my dad's house. I had drawings somewhere. I got to dig it up. All right, there's that foot. The other foot. There's the calf, the thickness of the calf. It's all kind of like in silhouette. Then this foot, that looks good. I like it. I like it. And I like this. All right, it looks good. I'm happy with it. Clap your hands. Yeah. My friend was addicted to, my friend was addicted to the hokey pokey, but he turned himself around. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that too, about addictions and stuff and self-medication and sometimes hiding from pain, instead of dealing with trauma. Trauma's hard. Trauma's tough, especially depending on how deep that trauma is. I know somebody that's just been traumatized. It's really sad. They're still dealing with stuff that happened when they were kids. And actually, I guess we all did. My dad did too. I mean, until he was still in his 70s when he finally kind of figured stuff out, being grateful and forgiving and kind of stuff like that. There was a lot of stuff he was holding on to. All right, there's the back. We still have 3 minutes. Looking good. I'm looking good on my drawing. I can bring it down. Let's see, there's the bottom. I'm going to bring it down now. Yeah, it's all going to fit. I know it's going to fit now. And I'm liking it. And here's the muscles now. Here's that. And there's one more like this. Hopefully it's a good drawing. There's one more at that 10-minute. And then we're going to call it a night. Actually, we'll share our drawings. If you want to share, sharing is caring. I'll share my drawings. Ain't no shame. Don't compare. Don't share to compare. I mean, just, everybody's does differently. If you want, don't share to despair. Is what I'm trying to say, actually. You can say, oh, okay, you can share to get inspired, but don't get, oh my gosh, everybody's at a different level. Everybody's in a different lane. It's just like one of my favorite comedians said, and I got to see him live, George Carlin, before he passed away. And George Carlin would say, because everything's relative. Speaking of relativity, relationships, Einstein was right. It's all relative. So we're seeing these relationships. But he would say, anybody that drives slower than you, well, first he would say, anybody that drives faster than you is a maniac. Anybody that drives slower than you is an idiot. So yeah, it's all in relation. It's all relation. So yeah, it's all relative. You sometimes see it, but that's the thing. It's all relative. You want to learn from it, other people's work. Say, wow, I know there's people that draw way better than me, but I know what I know. I know I can use more practice and I can use more, but my skills are good enough for a lot of things. Good enough. They could be better. I just practice more, but they're decent. I need to practice drawing stuff from memory. I need to practice drawing stuff, just drawing stuff. And that's why we're here. There's one hand, there's two hands, and I can see that the second hand is going to be out a little bit more than what I had before. There's my two hands. I'm happy with those. And we have 40 seconds left. I want to get the head at least. His head, he's got an interesting head, his face, his expression. See if I can capture that in 30 seconds. I only have 30 seconds now. I see the clock. I've got that chin. Oh, he's got his mouth. Oh man, I'm not going to capture. I don't know. I'm going to do the best I can. Only 30 seconds to capture this face. This agony of defeat. It's kind of anger or something. Ear right about there. Head is going to change. His hair should be up here. Oh yeah, no, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it, but we'll see. I can pause it. And this is one of the most important parts is the face. And there it is. Class. Oh, that was it. That class is finished. That's it. Oh man. Okay, I successfully finished the class. Well, actually, I still have some time because I can still see the face. I'm not happy with it. Let's see how much I can fix, and then we'll share. All right, its face is all in shadow, anyways. But let's see how accurate I can get it. I'm not happy with it at all. That's okay. I know I'm not happy, but I'm happy that I did it. I'm happy that I'm doing it. It's about being happy with action and having some standards, right? You need to have some standards. But if you want happiness, happiness is having no standards. But we have to have standards. Expectations, they say. You want to be happy, have low to no expectations. I didn't expect anything, but I got something, so I'm happy. Yeah, happiness comes from low to no expectation. Oh, this is better. I'm getting a better silhouette here now. I'm doing it in pen on top. There we go. All right, I guess that's it. I think I'm going to go ahead and share and then call it a night. Let's see. Let's stop. Let's go backwards. Here we go. There it is. So there's my character. Let's zoom out a little bit. I have to move my camera. That's the one. I didn't like the face, but I really like the legs on this one. Sometimes I focus too much on the head. There's that one. Let's go back in time. There's this one. You can tell. If you can tell which ones, look at your pictures and then look at mine and tell which ones you did, then, hey, there you go. There's those. And there's that channel that it's not YouTube, it's movies. Lookmovie2.to. That's that John Williams movie. His music is there. Here's these. I think these were 5 minutes each. Yeah, these are pretty good. I kind of like them. I like that. I did some talking in there. I got the legs got all messed up. This one, I really like the flow of this and the feel of this one. I'm happy with that one. Then you got these other ones. These were maybe 1 minute or, I got the torsos, the heads. These are like 1 minute, 30 seconds. And then that's it. If you'd like to share, you can share. If you have questions, this is good. Another good exercise, cross contour, seeing the shapes and forms and breaking them into smaller parts. I'm going to thank you for joining us. If you like this, like, subscribe, and do all that stuff if you are on the video. I am going to edit all this stuff and make it better, but it is what it is. Thank you for joining us.